Finance Committee will come to order. In recent memory, the Finance Committee has a proven record of working together, Democrats and Republicans, to solve big national challenges. Recently, we helped more Americans save for a dignified retirement. We cut taxes for families and small businesses. We updated the Medicare guarantee with the Chronic Care Act. We made progress on helping Americans get mental health care when they need it. And we passed a historic Families First Act with groundbreaking new policies to promote kinship care. I strongly believe the next opportunity for a big bipartisan initiative is affordable housing. Few things unite Americans quite like the feeling that the rent's too damn high or that saving for a down payment is a pipe dream. This is an issue in all 50 states, in big urban downtowns, medium-sized cities, and the suburbs, even in smaller communities and rural areas. Let's look at what 5 years of rent increases have done in a handful of cities relevant to this committee. In my hometown of Portland, data from Zillow shows the average monthly rent jumped by $335, nearly 23%. Charlotte, North Carolina, a $558 increase, or 46%. Memphis, Tennessee, a $428 increase, or nearly 50%. Boise, Idaho, a $639 increase, sending monthly rates 57% higher. The outlook isn't much better for people looking to buy a home, particularly young people looking to buy a first home. According to a new report from the National Association of Realtors, the share of sales going to first-time home buyers fell last year to the lowest level on record. And whether it's unaffordable rents or unattainable mortgages, oftentimes it is Black and Latino families who are hit the hardest. So, how should Congress go about solving this challenge? For a long time, you were pretty much breaking the rules if you said you had some supply-side ideas. Well, I want everybody to know I'm a supply-sider when it comes to housing, colleagues. We have got to create more housing supply. Now, for many years, Senator Cantwell has been the champion of the low-income housing tax credit, what's known as LIHTC. It is the most successful federal program for affordable housing that there is. The bill she and Senator Young have put forward, the Affordable Housing Credit Improvement Act, would expand LIHTC to create 2 million new units nationwide. Yesterday, Senator Cardin and Senator Young introduced the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act, which is all about giving a private investment boost for housing in blighted and struggling neighborhoods that need it most. I am pleased to be a co-sponsor of both of their bills. They're both priorities that we include in a comprehensive bill I've offered called the DASH Act, the Decent, Affordable, Safe Housing for All Act. I am reintroducing DASH today. Another component of DASH is what I have named the Middle Income Housing Tax Credit. So we would have LIHTC in America, but for firefighters and nurses and teachers and all these hard-hit middle-income folks, we'd have MITEC. And I've heard so often at home, particularly in Portland and Bend, but all around the state, how important middle-income housing is. America has fallen behind in building housing for decades, and the housing shortage has extended into the middle class. So I want to see middle-income housing supplement low-income housing, what's known as LIHTC. If a given state housing agency wants to use its MITEC credits for low-income housing, my bill says it could plow all those resources into LIHTC. And I'd just like to say, colleagues, and we're going to be talking, I think, a lot about this, it's my view that in 2023, providing the states with this kind of flexibility is absolutely essential to increasing housing supply where it is needed most. You can't talk now about housing without addressing homelessness, a priority in the DASH Act. It's clear that those experiencing homelessness need more help than they're getting. Furthermore, building more affordable housing today is going to reduce homelessness tomorrow, which would prevent a lot of individual suffering and save taxpayers' dollars. I know we're also going to talk about the importance to keep pushing state and local authorities to cut back on the thicket of zoning rules that get in the way of building the housing that is so essential. This is another area, and Senator Crapo and I have talked about essentially all these areas where there's an opportunity for bipartisan agreement in the tradition of those several bills that I talked about in my opening statement. These restrictive zoning laws can hurt local economies, and what is even worse, they often amount to a backdoor method of segregation. So there's lots for the committee to talk about today. My view is, along with mental health care, rural health, and a number of other topics, affordable housing is one of the areas where this committee, as has been our tradition, can come together in a bipartisan way and make real progress. Senator Crapo.